Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the privacy edition. These recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, first we have a couple of updates from the FLoC. So, FLoC off, Vivaldi declares as it says no to Google's tracking system. The good thing is that most of the web browsers, since FLoC is built into the web browser, most of the web browsers out there that are not Google are saying, no, we're not going to implement FLoC into our system. And so Vivaldi has come out and said that they are not going to implement it. So that is good. They say it is privacy invasive and nasty. So maybe FLoC is a great thing because it might stir some people to stop using Chrome, people. It is going to be embedded in Chrome. It will be available in the Chromium branch, and I really think a lot of browsers are probably not going to enable it because it is deeply controversial. Edge probably will because Microsoft can strong-arm you into using their browser, and then of course Chrome will because that's what their purpose is. So absolutely, guys, absolutely, we need to not be using it. Of course, we did a whole video on FLoC. And so you can see that on the channel. We did that this week. Was it Monday or Wednesday? I forget. I think it was Monday. We did an entire video specifically on FLoC, so we're not going to go into fine detail what it is here. DuckDuckGo has a Chrome browser extension that can block all of this technology. So if you do have to use the Chrome browser, find another browser anyway, but still, if you do have to use Chrome, there is a Chrome extension that for now blocks this. I have a sneaky suspicion they'll probably ban that because they like banning stuff they don't like. Go figure, right? And so there's a couple updates that they're coming out and saying, yeah, don't be doing that. There you go. Hey, we're watching you. Our eyes watching you. So Clubhouse had a leak of data, but it wasn't a breach. They're like very clear. This isn't a breach, guys. 1.3 million Clubhouse users' data has been posted on there. Like, this isn't a breach. Of course, Clubhouse, if you've not seen, don't know what Clubhouse is it's kind of like a pay-in social media site. It's supposed to be like you can kind of say whatever you want in there. I guess maybe you can have a NAMBLA meeting or something. I don't know. I know very little beyond that other than it's supposed to be this deep exclusive club. But the problem is that it leaks out all this data. How'd it leak? They're like, hey, this is misleading and false. Clubhouse has not been breached or hacked. The 1.5 million user data is all public profile information from our app, which anyone can access with the app or the API. If 1.3 million users' data can leak out of your system with an API, you have serious fundamental problems. I would say we've been hacked before I'd admit to that. Oh, joy. So there you have it. Another lesson to not put all of your data in here, into anything. Like, if you're going to use a service like Clubhouse, have a dedicated ghost profile. There is actually on TechLore's Go Incognito course, he has one of the course, I think it's like in the last section about creating ghost profiles. If you have to use something like Clubhouse, please create a ghost profile. So when their stupid Chinese app that was developed with the lowest dollar cost possible to monetize as much as they can leaks out all of the data through a bad API, they're not leaking out real data. So that is definitely something. Apple is working on telescreens now. So Apple reportedly is developing an Apple TV with a built-in camera and speaker. I mean, this is welcome to 1984, guys. Big Brother's watching. Big Brother's watching. Oh, Big Brother. I love Big Brother. I love Big Brother. All right, never mind. So Siri-equipped smart display also thought to be in the works. Oh, by the way, guys, just as a side note, if you think Apple's like the privacy king and, all this kind of stuff, the Hated One just dropped a video today talking about how, no, Apple's actually not the private company. In fact, over in China, their terms of conditions says that they and the Chinese government have access to absolutely everything you do on your Apple device. So go watch that video from the hated one. It is excellent. So they're working on this device. We don't have a lot of details, but it is what it says. It's Apple TV. It's got the screen like the Facebook portal. It's got the cameras. It's basically the Telescreen from 1984. So we have the portal Telescreen. We have the fruit Telescreen. Maybe we can just have this thing. Do you guys think that maybe these corporations are going to divide out? You know, Facebook will be Oceania and Apple's going to be Eurasia. I mean, do you guys think this is going to happen? I don't know. Let me know. But there we have it, guys. Apple's coming in on the Telescreen market. No password required for this mobile carrier. This is Q-Link Wireless. So Q-Link Wireless, you may not have seen this one. This is one of the, what do they call the MVNOs. So it basically buys service bulk from one of the major carriers and sells it. Mint Mobile, which is one of my affiliates, tlm.li/mm. Mint Mobile is one of these. It utilizes the Sprint network. I've been using it for a long time. Excellent success with it. But with this over here, this one is one of these networks, but this is one of the ones that is part of the Lifeline program, which is the low-cost cell service. So, and we've talked about this before, these low-cost cell service plans, basically for low-income families, for poor people. It's the welfare phone, the Obama phone, I'm going to phone for Obama, I'm going to get an Obama phone. With those, the phones that you get with those are the most privacy invasive things in the world. You may as well just start posting your social security number on billboards like that guy who had his identity stolen several times because his product sucked. This program and this carrier's part of this, it turns out that their website was so bad. You just had to go to the website and enter the phone number, and it just gave you the name, the ID, the email address, the contact number, the account address. Literally, you just go right to their website and type in any phone number, and it gives you all of the information. No passwords needed, nothing else. Here's your history, here's your calls, everything completely open. I bet that was a bad API too. At least on Mint Mobile, you can actually pay them with a prepaid card. You can go ahead, create that without tying a whole lot to you, maybe even nothing to you if you do it right. Use a prepaid card and you're at least not spilling real data. There's a thought. Moving on. The FCC would like you to download its Speed Test app to measure your internet connection. This could be a good thing or a bad thing. Of course, this picture's horrible because it's got Mr. Asia shut your pie hole right here. Piggy nut. And old picture. He's probably has some cushy office. Where did he end up going to? Did he vanish for a while, or did he just move into a cushy corner office with Verizon or something? But they want to see just how bad the internet is, and so they're asking people to download their app and use their Speed Test app to report to the FCC how well your internet works. This could be good if it shows them, holy crap, America really does suck. And maybe it'd be really hilarious if all sorts of people from across the world would download it and then they'd see how horrible our internet is compared to everybody else. I mean, for you guys in the other countries, I am paying over $100. That is the cheapest plan I can get to be able to stream and do this show live. And I think it's 150 up and like 10 down. No, I'm sorry. It's 150 down, 10 up. I mean, and my price has doubled since I've been here in 3 years. Since I've been in this office for 3 years, my price has doubled. It's insane. It is absolutely ludicrously insane. We have an absolute monopoly here. It needs to be broken up, but they don't care. So who knows? Maybe giving this data would be beneficial, but it's the government. They'll get around to working on it somewhere around 2052. So I'm not sure I'd want to participate and give them any data. But you can go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download the FCC's app and upload your data. It's probably going to give the government full access to anything and everything on your phone. That would be like, you know what, guys? I forgot to do that. Let's go ahead and go to the Play Store and see what the app actually does. All right, so in theory, this should be able to test an internet connection, and that should pretty much be all it needs to do. I mean, that's all they're trying to do, right? So just testing the internet connections. And let's see, permission details, Wi-Fi connections, locations. I guess location would be somewhat important. Precise location, the phone, status, identity, read the contents of your USB storage, modify the contents of your storage, read the contents from photos and medias, device ID and call information, networks, full in, run it, startup. No, this requires way too many permissions to use. Oh, joy, guys. Oh, joy. And on to our final story, of course. Google is now exploring having health records again. They apparently tried this a while ago, and the world just wasn't ready yet. They're like, I don't know about giving all this health data to one big centralized company. But now we're just like, and then, you know, our data all belongs to the Google, because that's what they're doing. They're working with hospitals. There's people that don't even know that the hospital they're going to has a collection policy with data, with Google, and Google's getting all of their health data. No opt-in, no opt-out, no informed consent. That's just, let's hand all this private medical data to a big private company. Who also, by the way, is working on health insurance companies. They have now Fitbit. This is the company I've been warning you guys about. It is the company that bought Fitbit. Now they have all this health data, working on a health data plan. Guys, this is bad news. This is bad news. So after 13 years, they are coming back for patient health records. Tech Giant has launched an early user feedback program aimed at exploring how patients might want to see, organize, and share their own medical data. Okay, let me tell you, Google, how I would like to see, share, and organize my data. I would like my doctor to keep it locked in a filing cabinet exclusively in his office, and the only other source of that is the paper copy he hands to me. Let me decide where it goes. I don't consent to sharing my data with Google or Apple or Samsung or any other company out there. My health data is not your business. Period. And I don't want them to, but you can easily send it to your doctor. I can easily send it to my doctor, okay? I've done this before. It's very simple. I'm moving across country. Hey, doctor, give me a copy of my medical history. Here you go. Thank you. Hello, new doctor. I'm new in town. Here's my medical history. This is not rocket science. This is not rocket science. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. So, the work could inform the creation of consumer-facing medical records tools along the line with Apple. Once again, check out Hayden One's video. Health Records app. It also follows an early attempt by Google, later panned by medical experts at creating a new version of the electronic medical records in 2008. This time, however, people have lulled themselves into pure stupidity and are welcome to give everything. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's not what it says. This time around, timing may be on the company side, and its new effort, which is still in the early stages, came on the heels of the introduction of the Federal Information Blocking Rule, which lets patients access their medical records. Okay. The Federal Information Blocking Rule allows apps to access your data. Peace is war, I guess. 1984 comes to mind. So they are now recruiting 300 patients for a health record study in community health facilities and academic medical centers in Northern California, Atlanta, and Chicago who use Epic as the medical record vendor. So if you guys are using Epic, yep, Epic failure, guys. Epic failure. Study is only open to patients who use Android devices. Sorry, Tim Cook. Yeah, so this is frightening, guys. This is very frightening that they're trying to hone in and grab and collect and store and analyze data. Once again, weekly now reminder, go watch The Selfish Ledger. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, Have a look over at our affiliates. Today we are highlighting A2 hosting. So on A2 hosting, we can get plans starting as low as $249 for shared hosting, managed VPS $33.99, or unmanaged VPS for $5. And then there's a lot of different options that we have inside of there. tlm.li/A2H if you need web hosting. That is a great place to go. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.